In 1991, the Fox Kids TV network came out with a new show for Saturday mornings called Little Shop. The show was based off of a 1960 film called The Little Shop of Horrors. Another version of the movie was also done in 1986. The basic plot of the films were that a man works at a flower shop and he finds that one of the plants can talk. It's also a carnivore who eats people. The films were comedy horrors, and for the kids' TV show, it was not. The main character is a kid who's a self-proclaimed nerd named Seymour Krelborn. The Venus flytrap plant, which can talk, is named Junior. In the show, Junior is nice and doesn't eat people. Like the movie, the show is a musical at times as well. It first aired on September 7th of 1991 on Fox Kids. However, it didn't even last for 3 months. After the 13th episode aired on November 30th, 1991, that was it. The show was finished after just 1 season and 13 episodes. The reruns remained on for a while on Fox Kids, but no new episodes were made. Overall, the show never really caught on, and not a whole lot of people seem to remember it. Online, there are not many reviews, but the ratings that it does have are not good at all. Another show that started in the fall of 1991 was Wish Kid. It first aired on NBC Saturday mornings on September 14th, 1991. The show was about a kid named Nick McClary who has a baseball glove that was hit by a shooting star. If he punches the glove 3 times, it will grant wishes. However, he would only have 1 wish per week, and it would expire, usually after a short amount of time. The main character, Nick McClary, was voiced by Home Alone star Macaulay Culkin. In each episode, there was also a live-action scene of Macaulay where he would give advice. This show also lasted for just 1 season and had 13 episodes. Each episode was very similar with each other. There would be 1 wish per episode, and it got old fast. People didn't want another season of it, and the ratings were not horribly bad, but not good either. Reruns lasted for a while, but no new episodes were made. A second series was actually planned for 1993 on the Family Channel, but was canceled before any episodes were made. In 1994, the successful comedy film Dumb and Dumber came out. A year later, in 1995, a cartoon TV series was created to capitalize off of the success from the movie. The movie was not a cartoon, so that was different, and another problem was that neither Jim Carrey or Jeff Daniels were in the show. Their characters were, but were voiced by different actors. The show aired on ABC from October 1995 to February of 1996. There were 13 episodes in total and 1 season. After that, the show was canceled. Jim Carrey movies being adapted to cartoons were very popular at the time. His movies The Mask and Ace Ventura: Pet Detective were also adapted to cartoon series. Those cartoons had a little bit more success, but the Dumb and Dumber series did not. Many people felt like it just didn't work as a series. After the show was canceled from ABC, the reruns were on Cartoon Network for a while. The Wacky World of Tex Avery was a cartoon TV series that started in 1997. The series was named after famous cartoonist Tex Avery, who was also a director and voice actor for MGM mainly in the 1940s. Avery did not have anything to do with the series in 1997, other than his name being used in the title and a character being named after him. There were 7 segments based on different characters in the show. Tex Avery, Pompey Pete, Einstone, Genghis and Connie, Freddy the Fly, Maurice and Mooch, and Power Pooch were the characters. Each episode would feature 3 of these segments in them, which were usually different each time. The show was slapstick comedy and actually first aired on M6 in France in 1997. Just weeks later, it aired in the US through syndication. There was just 1 season, but a total of 65 episodes, which ran daily from late 1997 to early 1998. The show was not well received and canceled after the first season. Many people felt that they should not have used Tex Avery's name in the title because the show did not live up to it. Some people called it excruciating and unwatchable. The plots, animation, and everything about it was bad, according to several reviews. Despite this, the show ran reruns on and off for many years on various channels. Mary-Kate and Ashley in Action was an animated series from 2001 to 2002. The twins Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen had been successful actors to that point, getting their start in the TV show Full House. In their new show, they voiced characters with their likeness. The characters would go on adventures as spies going on missions. It premiered on ABC's One Saturday Morning on October 20th, 2001. It ran weekly for one season with 26 episodes, lasting until June of 2002. There was originally supposed to be another season, but the show was canceled after just one due to poor ratings. Viewers just didn't like it. The Olsen twins had already acted in many TV shows and movies. They had their own clothing line, books, and video games. With a cartoon TV show, some viewers felt like it was just another way for them to make money, and not a really good show. It's also possible that because the Olsen twins were already so well known, the show got more hate than it deserved. Either way, it got canceled, and there were reruns of it on Toon Disney from 2002 to 2005. MC Hammer was a popular hip-hop artist in the 1980s and 1990s. In 1991, he got his own cartoon TV show. The show was called Hammerman, and in the show, Stanley Burrell, which is MC Hammer's real name, works at a youth center. He owns a pair of magical dancing shoes that can talk. When Burrell puts them on, he becomes the superhero Hammerman. The show was hosted by MC Hammer himself and premiered on ABC on Saturday, September 7th, 1991. It remained part of the Saturday morning schedule on ABC for the fall, but only lasted for one season. There were 13 episodes total before the show was canceled. Reception was not very good, with some calling the show ridiculous and others calling it cheesy. Most people didn't think that the show was bad, just a little bit too corny. After the show was canceled, 3 of the episodes were released on VHS in 1994. Karate Commandos was a 1986 5-episode syndicated miniseries. The show starred Chuck Norris in a fictionalized version of himself. In the show, Norris is a government operative with a team of warriors known as the Karate Commandos. The Commandos would fight against Vulture, which is an organization trying to take over the world. At the end of the episodes, Chuck Norris would give a moral lesson to learn. Some action figures of the characters were produced as well. After the 5 episodes aired through syndication, though, no more were made. The show was canceled afterwards. Some viewers said that the show was predictable and so unrealistic at times that things didn't make any sense. In 1987, a comic book of the series came out and had 4 issues. In 1991, NBC Saturday Morning added a show called Pro Stars. The show featured several popular professional sports stars as cartoon versions of themselves. They were basketball player Michael Jordan, football and baseball player Bo Jackson, and hockey player Wayne Gretzky. In the show, the sports players are fictional superheroes and fight crime. The athletes appear in live action before the show, and then are cartoon in the episode. Originally, it was supposed to air on ESPN, but ended up airing on NBC instead. It lasted for just one season of 13 episodes, from September to December of 1991. The biggest criticism about the show was that it was just really cheesy. Bubas was a British TV series aimed at preschool children. The show was very similar to Teletubbies in many ways and was created by Anne Wood, who was also the creator of Teletubbies. The characters, called Bubas, are supposed to be atoms of energy, and they sleep in charging pods. 2 seasons of the show were actually made, and it first aired on April 14, 2003. It was on ITV and Nick Jr. UK. In January of 2004, the show debuted on PBS in the United States. It was supposed to help children with spatial awareness, motor skills, and problem solving. It wasn't very well received though. Reviews said that the show was slow, repetitive, and didn't have much purpose. Some even called the show creepy. It did not last very long, and had 2 seasons with 104 episodes total. To this day though, the reviews and scores are very low. The Brothers Flub was a German-American TV show that aired on Nickelodeon from 1999 to 2000. It's about alien brothers named Guapo and Fraz. They are couriers who travel through the universe delivering packages. Each episode usually had a different planet that they went to. After first airing in January of 1999, the show lasted for just one season before being canceled in January of 2000. When the show came out, it was not received well. Critics said that it lacked charm and substance. It was also criticized for having mean humor. Some people also say that the show had a very annoying theme song. Here's a few seconds of it. Anyways, this show was canceled in 2000 and had a VHS release planned, but that was also canceled. That's all for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.